A very good afternoon to all the viewers. I, Prachi Shrivastava from Sagar Group of Institutions, welcomes you all in today's session. And we would like to tell you that ninth session in a row under Placement Trends 2020, where we are talking about hiring trends and change technology. So today, allow me to welcome a very precious guest of today's session, Mr. Ashish Malviya, who is Manager Manufacturing Engineering at BlueStar, Mumbai. Welcome, sir. Welcome to the show. And today, a lot many times we are finding one particular thing which is trending these days, like, due to this COVID era, technologies are keep on changing. And secondly, those engineering grads which we are talking about, they are opting a lot many skill sets, but not sure what is to be there, which is in demand of the particular brand. So as far as the Blue Star is considered, I would like to ask you to address our students that what all technologies are trending these days. And one more thing, like during this COVID, very hard to listen to a particular growth and accelerator sectors, which Blue Star has already driven up. So happy to share that we have all the quarter results of Blue Star, and you have accessibly achieved a 2.4% growth rate as compared to previous year. So you are accelerating growth at this pandemic also. So it's really a tough task. Please elaborate all these.
Yeah, thank you very much, Prachi, for briefing about my introduction. So let's start from the company BlueStar. So BlueStar is well-known brand, and this is they are making a made in India product. So we are already in the local for vocal. So the company is near about 76, 77-year-old company, and we have revenue over approximate 5,400 crores, and you can just convert the USD, so it's 812 million USD. And we have a network around 32 offices and 5 modern manufacturing plant facility, and we have over around 2,000 employees. So we have a more like 5 manufacturing plant, two plant in HP. So we are saying Himachal Pradesh. Second plant we have in Dadra. Third plant we have in Ahmedabad, and the fifth plant we have in Wada. So Wada is a part of the Mumbai. They are 260 kilometers near about the Mumbai. So our company mostly dealing with the refrigeration product, or you can say the purification product. So it's about air purification, it's about the water purification and air conditioning. So we have a different category. If you want to know our product, you can visit BlueStar website. So every product is detailed described there. Recently, we are last 2 years we are in the water purification and air purifications. So COVID, I will come to the COVID product also. So this is one of the part for the air purification, which is helpful for COVID products. So as Prachi already told is about the technology. So I just converted into the different criteria, how I will explain you. So I converted into two things first. First thing is the product, and second thing is the process. So I'll start from the product. So product in today's situations, the COVID situations, like we are making a water purification. So water purification, even if you go any railway station in India, you will see the water purifier or water cooler of from the Blue Star. So we already have a tie-up with the government, and you can see everywhere. I think you already observe the Blue Star water cooler is already there. So in the COVID situation, we are developing a touchless water purification system. So you don't have to touch the button for taking a water. You have a put simply in front of the glass, the water will automatically come. If you remove the glass, the water will stop. So this is a one product, and I'm talking about the second product. So we are building a room air conditioning. So room air conditioning, we are developing a water purification, air purification. So air purification, we have a 2.5 sensor. So in which you can, there is a two category. One is a normal air purification, second the bacteria kill. So you can also go and check this difference. So these two products we are making for the COVID, and we also have the Wi-Fi enabled devices. So this is again the product technology in the product. So you can monitor any air conditioning from anywhere. you know the chiller application. BlueStar is a big market in a chiller application. So if you go in a mall, the central air conditioning, in the term of this, we are saying the central air conditioning system. So if you go for any malls or any hotels, you can find the BlueStar central air conditioning system. So you can monitor online before, even if there is a failure, you can predict before going to failure. So we are saying is a preventive maintenance, or you can say the predictions of the failure. So this is some of the technology we are going to we are using right now, and also we are going in the future. If you're talking about the process, so this is a product part about explain about the BlueStar, and second is the process part. In the process technology, first thing we are doing the lean. So I don't know you guys are aware about the lean or not. So you can understand it to Toyota production system. And second is the Six Sigma. So Six Sigma, another method to overcome from the different failure. We are also working with a just in time like a single line flow of the manufacturing. And we are also working for the IoT based application. Like we are monitoring all our machine is the based on the IoT system. We also working with different companies like Tata Technologies. These are the very expert in the developing a digital twin. So these are the some of the product and process categories. And now I'll come to the main point in which you guys are more interested about the uh, how the company is doing the selection of the people or from the training. So once you selected for any
It
company,
was,
I'm just
Ashish, why this
yeah,
particular thing arises, because all the engineering grads are basically from electrical and electronics bracket. We
yeah,
always thought that there should be a particular stream which we enable us to go for a selection of role and
correct,
perform a particular task which is related to our integrated one. But these days I can see, and you are sixth or seventh of these speakers who is committed, like due to this COVID we have changed the technology, and as a result we require some integration of these engineering brackets as well. For example, if
correct,
you're talking about these many products which is being launched, and you are performing as the uh, vocal for this particular thing. So
yeah,
it is there is a need of this art to exaggerate one particular thing, that if you are masters of some four or five subjects, it's not mandatory that you could have opt for one single operations. You have to be a multitasker, and secondly you have to develop this scene that you would be compatible enough to take these technology on a particular level, so that you will understand as well as you will see what is the basic difference between layman to an engineer, because there
yeah,
we lack. One, you talk about the modalities and process initiates, so there a basic core knowledge will be required from these many brackets. For example,
correct,
your automated machine and automated purifier you're talking about, so of course you are having an IoT and the AI product process to be involved. So all
yeah,
these bracket has to be inculcated in today's engineering course syllabus, so that students can learn and they can come up with learning trending technologies. And a
correct,
second thing, one specific role I need to discuss with you. For example, a graduate will be coming to BlueStar. What
yeah,
specific role you could offer them as a hiring? Because every time we say कि companies maybe they hire or they not hire, but it depends on what inculcation of subjects and curriculum has to be there in a student's mind, and what he is producing. So yes, we have faced this gap between academics and Indonesia, but at SISTec, we are bridging this gap between all the corporates and our academic process. So we have already initiated this. So just from your point of view, what are the those specific rules you want to deliver to our students?
yeah. So thank you very much, Prachi, again. First thing, I'll just explain you about the industry, because engineer graduates don't know what kind of the role going to be in future. They know about the subject, they know about the computer science, they know about the programming. Even when the programming, you don't know these are the C's, these are the Visual Basic, these are C++. But how are we going to use this? Which are the departments going to perform these operations? So I'll just explain you. In any organization, if you go worldwide, any organization, they have a first research and development center. So we are say R&D. So R&D work for the two things. First is a new product development, or they are working for the new technology. New product development means we have the cycle to renew the product every year. Like a room air conditioning, they have a star rating, like 3 star, 4 star, 5 star, and they have a particular energy consumption. So everywhere we are not developing a new technology. We are doing a new product development. Like we have the 5 star today's rating. In future, this 5 star rating in the next year become a 4 star rating. So now still we have to prepare for the 6 star rating for the future development. So these cycles is a new product development cycle. And second thing is a new technology. Like you have a water purifier at your home, but in the COVID situation you cannot touch because there is a multiple people touching the same button and there is a chances of COVID infection. So technology demand that the purification should be a touchless. So nobody can going to touch that water purification and the water will come automatically. So this is a technological demand. So the R&D is working these two aspects. So in the R&D, there are also multiple departments, like development of a water cooler or water purification. There is involvement of the physical body. So you guys need a CAD designer who can design the 3D products, how it is look, how it visualization. So they also need some sketch maker who can pre-define the sketch. This product will going to look like this. So sketching is a part of developing a first view of the product. But in the engineering, you know only the engineering drawing. You don't know how to do a sketch. So people hiring these people from the outside industry, the same thing. If you are multi-talented, you have a good sketching skill, not as per the academic, but still this is add advantage to your role because you become a 3D model also, or you become a sketcher also. The second thing, when you go for the one product, you also have electronics. You also have to purchase those parts. You also have to manufacture those parts, and you also develop the circuit. For the circuit, you need to do a programming. So for making a one product, there is a different skill set required. So in many company, they are hiring the people. They have a multi skill, like a one person with MTech in the mechanical and MTech in the computer science. So this is a dual technology. So they have a master degree in the both the subject, so they can do the both the work. But it is not mandatory. You have the degree is required. So many companies doing a test related to basic mechanical engineering. They have a test related to electronics. They have a test related to the supply chain, how the procurement will done. So these are the multiple technologies. So I am just explaining how the R&D function have a multi-functions. So we also have a analysis like the maybe engineers aware about the ANSYS. So ANSYS is a one software in which we are doing the structural analysis of the product. We also have the electronics like firmware development. Firmware development is like what kind of the program we have to feed inside the machine. So we have the program developer. So we need to do on the coding on the C++. We have a dynamic C. We have a Visual Basic. If you're working for the IoT system, like automatic sensor and everything involved. So we have a different type of language. So this language knowledge is also required. But what the industry will do, they will identify the people, like this people is from the mechanical background and they have expertise in the developing a 3D model. Another person from the electronics, they are good in the programming. So even though electronics, they have a different multi skills. Like one people is a good in the programming, but another one is a good in circuit design. So it's not mandatory that both the knowledge will help, but you are very good in a firmware development. So you will give the company will give the task for firmware development. But if you have add-on knowledge of how the hardware will develop, this become the advantage of your profile. So even in the one engineering field, if you are from computer science, you also studied about the electronics. But they are rather focused on the electronics. They are more focusing on the development of the program, their development of the coding or testing. So they should also focus on the hardware part, because without hardware, you cannot do the program cannot do anything. So this is one example for R&D. We have another department like a manufacturing. We have a production planning. We have a supply chain management. We have the marketing. We have a sales. We have automation. So these are different departments. Like MBA students, they have done the MBA in any field. They have done the marketing. they can choose the marketing field. If they are done in the sales, they go for the sales. Supply chain team, there is a specific field for the supply chain team also. But the core manufacturing and R&D, you should have the multi skills, because if you don't have multi skill, there is a one big disadvantage, that if someone else have a multi skilling, they will lead the industry. If you want to become a good leader, you should have at least a basic knowledge of every engineering field. So that's why in every engineering we are studied, the first year is the common engineering, first, second year, and second semester. So normally engineering is very less focused on first year subject. They are focusing on more on the third year and final year, and basically they are 90% focused on the final years, seventh semester and eighth semester. So my recommendation, you start from first and second. If your first and second semester is very good, you will never face a problem in the future. So this is the one thing what is a different industry. And now I'm coming back to multi-skilling. So multi-skilling, I'll give you two things, which is not part of the academic of engineering. First is the AI, and second is IoT. So IoT doesn't mean is the field of the computer science. IoT is a field of mechanical, you can say civil also. I'll just start from small example. You have a one house, and you have a different lights, or one house you can consider as a office room also, or a field also. So if you don't know before making that room that you are going to convert this into the IoT based application, so the cabling of a room, or maybe the Ethernet cable, if even if you go for your room, you don't have Ethernet cable in your room. There is a no lane network in your room. So basic fundamental requirement is their home should be lane enabled. So even the civil construction people should aware that this home required the lane development of inside the wall. So this is start from the civil engineering. If the civil engineering don't know, because if you know the normal construction, people know there is only a one pipe with the cable for electricity cable throwing that pipe. So that is not, if in the future you have to build the lane network, so you have a different kind of lane. You are going for the local area network, or maybe you go for the Wi-Fi system. So civil engineer and contractor should know that how the IoT enables a home going to be in the future. Then go for the electrical engineer. So currently the electrical engineer is working for the switches, like you have a 3-pin switch or 2-pin switches. But when you go for the IoT enabled application, you have a one switch, but that switch is linked with the Wi-Fi also. That switch linked with the lane connections also. So if you don't know where about the Wi-Fi technology, how the Wi-Fi receiver and transmissions activity is done, or how we have to put the internet, how to set up the router. So this application will not, if you don't know, even you're not able to design the electrical circuit of a home. So you should aware about the few technology. So this is a one small example how the IoT is not linked with the application based software, like a programming development or developing a chipset. That is a hardware part. But the application part, like a civil engineer, electrical engineer, mechanical engineer, all these are the basic branches, and nobody studied in their academic about the like electronics hardware development. So they never studied in their whole life, because they are from the mechanical, electrical basic branches, even from the chemical engineers. So so the whole summary of this thing, that you have to be aware about the new technology. You have to go for the Google. You have to, there is a many people, even you for the YouTube, there is a many YouTuber, they are working for the technology. Like if you go on a YouTube and search for Nokia, so hardly people they are aware about the Nokia, about the only phone. But people don't know that the Nokia is the biggest player in the 5G technology. They are biggest player in the development of the local area network. So and they have a big laboratory. They have a big science team. So you can go and search these people, go to study rather than studying their book. Book is good for the academic session. You can do a good knowledge of your basics. You can get a good marks in exam. But the awareness of the technology you cannot found from the books. You have to search for YouTuber. You have to study blogs. You have to follow the people. They are good in the technology, uh, and you have to contact with the different teams. You have to found the teams. You have to interconnect. Like you have one engineering college, you can go for inter college competitions. You can go for the robotic competition. You can contact with the CII. This is confidential of industry. So you can go with the CII also, and you can take how what are the future is coming future. So the academic session, your percentage is only the criteria of entering into the campus selection process. But after selection of the process, your knowledge will take you uh, next step. If you are a 99% rank holder, you have the like a 9.7 GPI. I think in MP their score is a percentage, not in the GPI.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can say the 98 or 99%. So this percent only welcome you till the selection procedure. Once you selected for the any company, your knowledge will take you lead. Nobody ask about the what you studied in your engineering. Maybe that maybe 80% you're not going to use. The 20% your communication skill, your knowledge of this skill in the maybe the local language, and the knowledge of English or different language other than English, and knowledge of multi fields, like you have a knowledge of construction, you have a knowledge of electrical, you have a knowledge of computer science, you have a knowledge of, I'm not talking of the core knowledge, or you, I'm not talking about the MTech degree and or mastered in the field. I'm talking about the basic knowledge of every engineering field. If you don't know what is the meaning of program, if you don't know what is the meaning of C++, or you don't know what is the meaning of JavaScript, you should know the basic what is the meaning of JavaScript. This is a part of program and how this program will execute. This is the basic information. But if you don't know how to install the router, this router is a very basic thing you install in your home also. If you don't know what is a Wi-Fi, if you don't know there is a receiver and transmitter. So receiver transmitter, if you ask a civil engineer what is a receiver and transmitter, they will not able to give the answer. If you ask for a mechanical engineer what is a receiver and transmitter, they will not able to give the answer. But this is a basic. No academic education will teach you because your field is different, and the course is still the 10, 20 years old academic experience. So this thing you can go with the you can go with the, there is a many books available. You can go for the future, what is a future trend for next 15, 20 years. You can search over the Google. So it's about how you're thinking, what you want to become. So I never thought that I become a one IoT expert, or maybe I will be a very good in the home automation system. But this is my interest, and that's why I studied different fields and different computer science applications, software applications, Java developer program, and maybe JavaScript programming. So there is different languages also. So your study is never going to stop after your graduation or after your post graduation or after your doctorate. Your study is continuously even when you are start working. So if you stop studying, even in your in future, you are not going to grow. So if you want to grow, you have to study. You have to upgrade yourself again and again and again. So this is the basic thing I want to tell to the students. And now about the how the processing the uh, graduate training. So when the graduate training arrive in any company, so they have every company have their own plans. But in the BlueStar, we will give the 3 month training. In the 3 month training, we have the listed subjects. We will give the product trainings. We give the product process training. We will give the SAP training. SAP is a fundamental application everybody should know, but unfortunately, there is no academic books available for the SAP. So same like Oracle. Oracle, the computer science people study about the Oracle, but the application they don't know. So this is the basic fundamental training we will give the first 3 months, and after the 3 months we will give the choice to the graduate trainee based on their academy. Like a mechanical engineer can work for the production engineering, can work for the manufacturing, can work for the R&D also. If he is good in the 3D model, he already run on like SolidWorks, CATIA. These are the 3D model application, or Creo. Creo, there is another version of the 3D applications, or AutoCAD. So mechanical engineer also learn, electrical engineer also can learn, civil engineer also can learn. So this is a software. This is not your academic related, but if you have a fundamental knowledge of machines, like basic mechanical engineering, and you have a knowledge of software, CAD software, so you can become a CAD designer. It is not mandatory you should have a complete detailed knowledge. So company will interested in what application they are using. They are not interested in what you studied. So like a mechanical engineer or a computer science engineer can also work for the IT, and he can also work for the core mechanical, in which they can develop the firmware. The computer science engineer can also work for AI. So AI is the augmented reality. This is also new field. So we are also working for augmented reality. We can also work for the Internet of Things. We are also working for the industrial Internet of the Things. We are also working for the local software development. Like suppose we have one application and we want to build a one small program or a small application for that. So we have our IT team. Every company have their own IT team, or you can go for third party also. Like there is some big company like Siemens, Dassault System, DS. We have a PTC. These are the good in the IoT system and the 3D modeling software and digital twin. And we have a Tata Technology. So these kind of the company, they are hiring a multi-skill people. And BlueStar also hiring the people like they are good in the refrigeration industry, like they have a good HMT. It must they have a good knowledge of HMT and fluid mechanics, these kind of things. So this is for the very core R&D where you're going to research. This is not NPD. I'm going talking about the new product development and new technology development. So these are the both different things. So this is a one example. If I have a many thing, I cannot stop continue speaking. So if you have any specific question, I can explain that.
No, this is really very, very good that you have elaborate such beautiful subjects that they are correlated with each other, and we have to understand at this particular point of time that this particular situation taught us that to learn online, n number of things are available on the internet. Different
Yeah,
courses are available. Coursera is there, and you can have a basic fundamental idea to, even if those students who have skipped their first and second year of knowledge backup, so they can also refresh their certifications in so many things. So but this is so very good that you are accelerating towards growth and you are getting the results as well. So
yeah,
because you are developing one particular product, and now you see, now the demand will be going to change, and you have to catch up the customers for the commercialization also. So you have
yeah,
entirely changed your model, and in the process also you require those human resources which are very good at the multifunctional basis. So
yeah,
all these things has to be better communicated to each and every institute, so that students, those who are
yeah,
interested for the core engineering brackets, they will come up with some solution based technologies, and they will able to learn all these things, because they also get some time to get prepared of
yeah,
all these things, because they are also not opted yet. um, from the point of students, we can always part this side and that side of the table. So but if I speaking on behalf of my students, yes, it is a necessity that we have inculcate all those brackets which you have taught us, and integrate their engineering towards a particular theme, so that we can develop a designing model as well, and we can fix up for this. But very good to know that Blue Star is come up with internships and hirings also. Those who are at this particular options to be availed, then surely our student will get the benefit of this. So one more thing, Ashish, is there anything
yeah.
you are opting towards digital trends?
Digital trend, I'll explain you three things, which is across the world. First thing is AR, augmented reality. So I don't know how many people are aware about the augmented reality. So I'll just explain about the augmented reality and link to the industry. So um, suppose a one technician coming to start from the zero. Your AC is not working, your refrigerator is not working, or maybe your fridge is not working. This is a basic consumer appliances. Every home have this. Even you consider as a TV. So TV not working. So even in the current situation, COVID situation, is very hard to get uh, the repair team to reach to your home. So AR is a technology in which you will receive one application. The technician will tell you just open that application and scan particular QR code. So like a barcode, there is also QR code. I hope you are aware about the QR code and difference between barcode. So if there is a code in a square shape, this is a QR code, and this rectangle shape is a barcode. It's a simple visual look of the codes. So once you scan the QR code, one application will pop up in your mobile, and this will show you exact the model of your TV, exact model of your fridge, exact model of your refrigerator, and every part will show you. So the instructor will inform you that just click on this object, and that tell you the complete information how to repair this application and what tool is required. So in future, uh, like I don't know, like COVID, it will maybe the future this kind of thing. Hope it will not. But in future,
Like you have already
we
elaborated, we need touchless things and we need touchless,
yes, yes,
application to be driven. So at this
yes,
particular point of view, you are making your real-time customers avail all these
yeah,
technical parameters available for them, so that they will be in a position to provide solution to their, daily life problems.
yeah. So this technology we are not started yet. I'm talking about the future thing, not related to BlueStar. So this augmented reality will help to resolve your problem on the spot. This will help to do a live monitoring of your data, like inside your fridge. I think Samsung or LG has already launched this kind of fridge. So you can know from your mobile what inside your fridge, what is the temperature inside your fridge, which product inside your fridge, and fridge you inform you that the milk is on this level and this will be empty after 1 day. So your refrigerator give you a notification on your mobile. So this is you can see in your mobile also. So augmented reality will convert your all the physical object in the virtual object and solve your all the problem related to your consumer good applications. So this is a one
All
application is
right,
a AR. Yeah.
that's
So
so good.
there are many.
Please
Yeah, there are many application. It's a very short time. So even you go and just check on the internet, like IoT, Internet of Application. I might just give you the example of the BlueStar. BlueStar, the one of the company they implemented Internet of the Thing IoT. There is a difference IoT and IIoT. So IoT is Internet of the Thing is a what terminology used to connect a different application to internet, and IIoT is Industrial Internet of Technology. So IIoT is the difference of industrial and Internet of the Thing. So Industrial Internet of the Thing. This is IIoT. So we already developed the IIoT in the BlueStar. So all the BlueStar, we have almost all the 4 plants are connected to the internet. So we have the live data. Is the machine is running or not running? Is the machine OE? So overall equipment efficiency. You have not studied in your book, but this is OE is the one terminology in which we can measure how effectively machine is working. So we can monitor live OE data. We can live monitoring the machine count. Like we have mechanical press, punching press. So they are producing a part. So how many stroke count they are doing. So we don't have to go for the factory for any manager to see what is the status of the machine. What is the status of utility? Like you can see the compressor temperature, air pressure, all the things you can see on your mobile phone, your tablet, on your laptop. So nobody need to go and see the technology, see the what are the different problems coming. So anything stop. If the machine is stop, you will get the notification, you will get the message on your mobile that this machine is stop working. The same time automatically report goes to maintenance department. The maintenance department directly get the notification and he will reach to the machines and to the repair things. So this is all we have already completed. The BlueStar, one of the company in which we already implement the Internet of the Thing. The second stage of the IoT is predictive maintenance. Predictive maintenance is a terminology like you have a fridge or that fridge to be out of order after some time. So system analyze and self-diagnose. So they will do a self-diagnosis and send you the feedback that this fridge going to have a problem after 3 days. So this is a predictive maintenance. So now all the company are working, and this required a very large data. So a large data for the analysis and development of the algorithm. So in the today's scenario, yesterday, the day before yesterday, I discussed again. I'm repeating with the CIA. So the professor is from Japan, and they are developed the mesh sensor. So this is a one technology developed by the Sony, and this Japanese professor told me that the analysis is the secondary thing, the data is a primary thing. So the data is the most important thing in this world, in the today's situation. If your data is not correct, your analysis is never going to correct. So I'll just give them one example of the India. So like a COVID. So how many cases in the COVID in today's conditions? So these are the data. So if the data is wrong, suppose in today's
Interpretation will also go wrong.
yeah, so you will never get the right solution. So if you know that today is a 52,000, but in the reality it's maybe 30,000. So these are the wrong information, and somebody will do the analysis on this data. The result will always go to wrong value. So data collection is the most important thing than the analysis. So that's why we are going for IoT system. In the IoT system, there is a no manual activities involved. Every day thing is coming for your IR sensor, your vision sensor, your touch sensor, your temperature sensor. All your body senses is converted into sensor, and that sensor is sending a data automatically. So though no human required, no human activity is required. So there is a never chances of that the data is incorrect. So that's why we are saying the future will be based on all everywhere you can see the sensor. Your car, your bike, you know that the new cars is coming with the tire pressure monitoring system. So what is that system? They have a pressure sensor in their tire, and you can monitor. And like you can say the internet of thing already coming in the cars. You can say like you can see this MG motor. Hector is launched with the Internet of Thing. So you can on your AC before going into the car. You can speak with your car. So like Alexa, you have a Google Home, you have the Apple applications, Apple HomeKit. So these are your voice assistant. So you can control anything with your voice. You don't need to even need the remote. I go to my home, I just say the Alexa turn on my TV. The TV will on, and I just say Alexa turn on my coffee maker. The coffee will automatically start. Even I converted I have a BlueStar air purifier, or I also have a BlueStar water purifier. So the BlueStar is making a normal water purifier now. They are going to touchless. But what I did in my home appliances, when I says it's on almost you can say the under process, and it will be successful within a 1 week. So when I say Alexa, give me a glass of water, I don't need to touch anything. My glass is already placed. The purifier will automatically on and fill my glass of the water. So just on the base on my voice command, I will get a water. So this is the future, and it's not required a very big technology. You need a small understanding with the computer science, a small understanding with the sensor, and the electronics, like what is a receiver and transmitter, and basic electrical engineering, like how to convert the DC and to AC, AC to DC. So this like a transformer. You know what is a transformer and how the transformer will work. So this is a combination of skill. So I know how this combination of skill we can use. So if I request to the student, you don't think about to go and select for a campus and work for the company. Rather than I'm saying you develop your own thoughts, you develop your own application and start your own business, start your own application and sell into the market. You develop your own Wi-Fi system, you develop your own chip systems. So we need the students who are become a leader. So we have a big market in India, and we can stop like the China. You can stop from the different countries also for import consignment, and you can develop the made in India product here itself.
Wow, this is fantastic. Now, we are getting vocal for local, and from the Indian company, it's really hard to hear this much of positivity during this COVID times. And we are really fortunate enough that, all these companies are accelerating growth towards a particular situation. And then, too, they are up for the hirings of the students as well. They are, communicating their demand to all the technical students who want to get their career towards a specific core domain of engineering. So yes, you have to go for it and develop the learning ability so that you can compete and you can secure a particular profile for you in this COVID time, even in the core engineering brackets. So thank you so much, Ashish, for spare some time for us and deliver all these things to our students. This will surely benefit our students as far as the trends of placements are going on. So thank you, Deepak. Thank you, Mayank, for joining us. Thank you, Ashish.
Thank you, Prachi. Yeah, thank you, Prachi. Thank you,
Thank
Mayak.
you.
Thank you, Deepak. If you have any question, you can drop me a mail. I will give you answers.
We do that surely.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure.